y'all, welcome back to Coffee and Cryptos. My name's Dom and today I'm going to be showing you all how I make my favorite fall drink recipes. I'm so excited for today's video. Fall is my favorite season of the year and there's nothing that I enjoy more than curling up underneath the blanket with a hot cup of coffee or tea. Before we get into the cozy fall drink recipes, it's time for the crypto word of the day. The crypto word of today is market cap. For a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, market capitalization or market cap is the total value of all the coins that have been mined. If you want to learn more about market cap, check out Ryan's video titled Is Crypto Right For You? Linked in the description below. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how I make my 3 favorite fall drink recipes. On the list, we have a hot and iced chai tea latte, a ginger tea latte, and pumpkin spice coffee. Next week, I'll show you all how I make the pumpkin cream cold brew, so stay tuned for that. Here I have all the ingredients I need to make a chai tea latte. For a hot chai tea latte, I'll use 1 chai tea bag and I'll pour 8 ounces of hot water over it. You're going to let the water steep for 5 to 8 minutes, then take out the bag and you're going to add in the hot oat milk. Most of the time I drink it just like this, but if I'm craving a sweeter treat, I'll add in a little bit of vanilla extract and some pumpkin pie spice to the hot oat milk. And then sometimes I'll add a little bit of whipped cream on top and put a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on top of the whipped cream for an even sweeter treat. Okay, so I have my 8 ounces of hot water and I put a chai tea bag into my Ethereum mug and I'm going to pour the hot water over the tea bag. Oh, it smells very good already. Okay, and then we're going to let that steep for 5 to 8 minutes. While that's steeping, we'll go ahead and get into the oat milk. Okay, so I have my timer going to let the tea steep for 8 minutes. While the tea is steeping, I'm going to go ahead and froth the hot oat milk. So here I'm going to pour oat milk in between the first and second line in my Nespresso frother. Let's do that now. Most of the time I just kind of eyeball the amount of oat milk. And then here I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I usually use either a 1/4 teaspoon or a half teaspoon. Sometimes I don't use any vanilla extract or pumpkin pie spice at all, but I'm going to show you all how you can make your chai a little bit sweeter. I'm going to add in a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. Looks nice and good. And in here, you're going to go ahead and close the Nespresso and then go ahead and froth the milk and the vanilla extract and the pumpkin pie spice together. And then we'll wait until the tea finishes steeping. You'll take the tea bag out and then pour the milk, the vanilla, and the pumpkin pie extract in there. Okay, so the tea has finished steeping and the milk is done frothing. So now the last step is to pour the milk into the chai tea. Here I'm going to open up the Nespresso and then just give it a good pour. I'm going to pour it all the way to the top. And then from here you can either drink it like this, but to make it even sweeter, I'm going to add a little bit of whipped cream and then a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on top. I'm going to shake it up. Here we go. Not the prettiest, but it'll taste good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on top. And there we have a hot chai tea latte. Okay, so now let's get into the iced chai tea latte. For ice, I normally use the Tazo chai tea concentrate. You can use the hot tea bags and just pour that over ice. I don't normally buy both of them at the same time, but usually for ice, I prefer to just use the concentrate because it's a little bit quicker and faster, but you can do whichever method you prefer. So here it's a lot easier because then I just opened up the chai concentrate here and you're going to pour about half into your glass. And you only pour until about right there. And then here, you're going to pour about equal parts milk. So however much chai you pour, you're going to pour about equal parts milk. Here, I'm going to froth cold milk. So here, I'm just going to shake it up. Pour it to about halfway between the first and second line. And then I'm going to add a bit of the pumpkin pie spice. Normally don't add vanilla extract to this one because it's already a little bit sweeter than the tea bag, so I feel like I don't really need it. And then I'm going to hold here until it turns blue, and it's going to froth the cold milk. So I'll wait until it's done frothing, and then I'll go ahead and pour the milk into the iced chai. Okay, so now that the milk is done frothing, the first step is you're going to take it and pour it into the chai. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. And then I'm going to add the whiskey stones. I use whiskey stones instead of regular ice because it won't water down the coffee like regular ice does. I'll add about 3 of them there. And then you can either drink it like this, but since it's Cozy Fall drink recipe video, I'm going to add a little bit of whipped cream and pumpkin pie spice on top. There we go. And then you can put on just a little bit of the pumpkin pie spice, like I did for the hot chai. And there you have the iced chai tea latte. Okay, so the next recipe I'm going to show you all is how I make my pumpkin spice coffee. Today I'm going to be using the pumpkin spice cake Nespresso pod. I'm going to be using my dairy-free pumpkin spice almond creamer, a teaspoon of vanilla, and then of course a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, and then on top you can add whipped cream. Okay, so I loaded the Nespresso pod into my Nespresso, so now I'm going to go ahead and close the Nespresso down, lock it in, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to brew the coffee. While the coffee's brewing, I can go ahead and pour the creamer into my frother, give it a good shake, and here I just pour it to about the first line, maybe in between the first and second line. It's fine. And then here I'm just going to add my teaspoon of vanilla syrup. Oop, a little bit extra, but that's okay. And then a little bit of pumpkin pie spice into the milk frother. I'm going to go ahead and close it, and then froth the hot milk. I'll come back when this is all done so I can show you all how to mix it up and get to the final product. Okay, so now everything's done and we're ready to pour the milk into the coffee. So here you just take it, go ahead and pour the milk. Oh, it smells really, really good. And you're going to shake up your whipped cream and add a little bit of whipped cream on top. Ooh, there you go. And then from there, you're going to add a little bit of pumpkin pie spice to garnish. And there you have cozy pumpkin spice coffee. I'm so excited to show you all this last drink recipe, the ginger tea latte. I love ginger because it has so many health benefits such as reducing inflammation and improving digestion. I like drinking hot ginger tea at night just with water because it helps me go to sleep. But during the day, if you want to use it as a little pick-me-up, or if you just want to curl up under a blanket and watch a movie, you can make this ginger tea latte recipe. So in order to make the ginger tea latte, I use 1 ginger tea bag, and I pour 8 ounces of hot water over the bag. As same with the chai, I let it steep for 5 to 8 minutes, and then you take the tea bag out, and you can pour hot oat milk over the tea bag. In addition to the oat milk, I add in 1 tablespoon of this maple honey syrup, and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla syrup to make it a little bit sweeter. You froth that together with the oat milk and you pour it over the ginger tea for a sweet treat. Okay, so to get started, I have my ginger tea bag in my cup and I'm going to pour the hot water over the tea bag. There's 8 ounces of hot water. I'm going to pour it in there. And then I have my timer set for 8 minutes, so I'm going to let that steep for 8 minutes. While that's steeping, I'll go ahead and pour the oat milk and the other ingredients into the milk frother. So here I'm going to pour the oat milk in between the first and second line in my Nespresso, like I did for the other drinks. Right there. And then here I'm going to measure out my ingredients. So I have my 1 tablespoon. And here I'm going to open up the maple syrup and pour the 1 tablespoon of maple syrup into the Nespresso. This is maple syrup and honey together. And I'm going to set that here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla into the Nespresso as well. So here I'm going to take my vanilla syrup, my tablespoon, and pour that into the oat milk with the maple syrup and honey. And then here you can add pumpkin spice in with the milk. Sometimes I just add it on top to garnish. So here we're going to go ahead and cover the Nespresso and then froth the hot milk and ingredients together. I'm going to come back when everything's done steeping and frothing so we can get the final product. Okay, for the last step, I'm going to pour the hot milk into the ginger tea. So here we're going to get a nice, good pour. That looks really good. Let's fill it up to the top. And then on top of the foam for garnish, of course, I'm going to add a little bit of the pumpkin pie spice. Just a little bit more. Okay. And here we have the hot ginger tea latte. Thanks for tuning in to another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. See y'all next time.